The Royal Detectives. The historian Herodotus, in the 4th century BC, recorded this tale from, as he says, ancient Egyptian priests, a narrative which has been called the first detective story. Yet it is one of the world's most widely distributed folk tales, and is known to the people of Scotland and Mongolia, Norway and Tibet, Cyprus and Russia, as well as in France, Germany, Greece, Armenia, Wales, and North Africa. It is very widely dispersed among the world's gypsies in the Master Thief versions. One scholar believes that the gypsy telling is the original one, even more complete than the ancient Egyptian. It is believed to have entered European literature in the 12th century in the Latin Seven Wise Masters. Many versions claim or imply that they are historical fact, and supply names and places where the events are said to have happened. 600 years ago, the place given is the palace of the Doge of Venice, and the thief is named Bindo. In Denmark, the robber is Klaus, and the treasury that of Count Geert of Jutland. For the French, the crime took place at Morlaix. The Russian name of the robber is Jabaka, and in Holland, he is from Bruges. The Egyptian king Ramsinitus had a great abundance of silver, at that time rarer and more valuable than gold. He ordered a certain builder to make a treasure house abutting upon the wall of the palace. Now this builder, when he was about to die, called his 2 sons to him and told them that he had placed one of the stone blocks on pivots, so that even one man could move it, and thus enter the chamber from outside. In this way the sons would be able to steal as much of the king's wealth as they wished. As soon as their father was dead, these 2 young men went to the palace wall at night, found the stone, and entered the treasure room. They took away a considerable quantity of the treasure. The king could not understand what had happened to his silver when he entered the room whose seals were unbroken and saw how much was missing. So he set a trap after the 3rd opening of the room. One of the lads was caught in this trap and could not move. He at once asked his brother to cut off his head and carry it away, so that he could not be recognized and bring trouble upon the whole family. This the brother did, leaving the treasury by the same secret way in which he had entered it. The king was astonished to see the headless body, and wondered how he could track down the thieves. He decided to have the trunk hung on the palace's outside wall under guard. The guards were to arrest and bring to the king anyone seen weeping or making a commotion before the body. The dead thief's mother, when she came to know that the body of her son was suspended in this way, was greatly disturbed. She asked the surviving son to do anything he could to get the body back. If he did not obey her, she said, she would go to the king and confess. So the youth took some donkeys and loaded them with skins full of wine. He drove them past the guards and made sure that some of the skins fell to the ground, while he pretended to be occupied with the donkeys. The guards stole some of the wineskins, thinking themselves very clever. Then the thief acted as if he was very angry with the guards, but they spoke kindly to him, and he appeared to be mollified. He got his asses into proper order again, and then became so friendly with the guards that he gave them some more of his wine. They all began to drink, and they consumed one wineskinful after another, until the guards were befuddled and lay down to sleep. In the dead of night, the thief stepped over the sleeping guards and took his brother's body away on his donkeys. The king, when he heard of this exploit, was naturally furious, and was even more determined than ever to locate the thief. He told his daughter to receive and to make friends with anyone from the city who came to her, and to challenge him to tell her the greatest trick and crime he could think of. If anyone told her the story of the headless thief, she should seize hold of his hand and cry out so that he could be arrested. The thief, however, heard of the plan and went to the girl with a dead man's arm concealed under his robe. He told her that his greatest crime had been to rob the king's treasure in the way already described, and that his greatest trick had been to fool the palace guards as he had done. When the princess seized the arm which he held out, he stole away in the darkness, leaving her with a severed limb. When the king heard of this, he announced that if the thief would declare himself, he would be rewarded. The thief revealed himself, and the king gave him his daughter as a reward for his cleverness.